Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. I hope everybody's doing well. Today we are going to be checking up and we're going to be talking about checking up in your ex on social media. Oh, this is such a dodgy fucking thing to do, guys. It is a slippy slope. And we're just going to talk about the way the technology is going these days, that even people can spy on you. Now, I hope people aren't getting paranoid out there, because I know a lot of people are, I don't want to be giving out my information on the internet because, oh God, they're going to spy on me and this and that. And they're listening to all my conversations. Guys, if you think this, like, I've got a tech company and I can tell you this, right? They know everything about you already. Secondly, they don't give a shit about me or you or anybody. We're not James Bond. We're not a secret agent that's got fucking who killed JFK fucking private, secret, top classified information, right? They don't care. You see, what they do, a lot of these companies, guys, who collect this information, they use it as a whole, as in, what am I trying to say? As in, they're using it with a big amount of people. They're not interested in collecting what Peter wants to do at a weekend based on my gender and age and what do people do or this or that or how much I drink. They're trying to figure out what millions of people my age and gender want to do. That's what they're trying to do. It's not one person they're focusing in on. It's millions of people, if they can get millions of people, of course. So guys, please don't freak out about private information. I know that quite a lot of people do. Now, I'm not saying, give out all your information because I'm saying it. No, of course not. I'm just saying don't worry about it. They don't give a shit. If the government's listening to you, they know everything about you already. If there's people listening in through our phones, believe you me, they can access your speaker and know exactly what you're saying, even if the phone is turned off. There's no such thing as a phone turned off, guys. All right? You can shut down the screen and everything and it looks like it's turned off. It ain't turned off. Okay? They can hack into your phone, no problem. But they don't care. Okay? They don't care what you're up to. So anyway. So what I want to talk about today is I had this horrendous story going out with my ex. And look, there's a lot of people on my social media last week talking about should they look at their ex's social media platforms. Now, the real question came up was, should you block your ex on social media once you break up? Now, personally for me, I think you should. I mean, why have them on your social media? Now, you can argue is there any need to actually block them, though? You could remove them as a friend. But here's the thing. I think what's a good thing to try, guys, is it gives you, closure on the deal when you block them. Do you know what I mean? It's very important to get closure once you do break up with somebody. And closure can come in time, of course it can. But for me, every ex I've had, I've blocked on social media. There's a girl that I was going out with probably about 10 years ago, and she's still blocked. And it's not that I give a damn what she's up to. In fact, I know this girl's married at this stage. Couldn't care less. But I just have her in that page. Now, could I unblock her? Of course, because I don't give a shit. But I don't care what she's up to, So, it's not like whatever, she's in my blocked, who gives a shit? It's grand. Makes no difference in my life whether she's unblocked or blocked. So, she's in my block list. I just haven't unblocked her because I couldn't be arsed. It's not like I had to unblock her because it's the right thing to do. Fuck off, blah, 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 blah. And you see, it's funny too, because I knew this guy, and he was a gay guy now, and he had a boyfriend, and he broke up with the guy, and it was weird because he was checking up his social media, okay? And look, hey guys, we've all been there to some degree, some girl you're dating or guy you're dating or some boyfriend, girlfriend. I get it. And here's the thing, is that I remember this guy actually said to me one time, I said, look, so hey, dude, I'll call him dude, are you going to block him? And he said, oh, no, I don't want to be rude. I went, I don't want to be rude. Now, that's a first. I never heard that one. And I was like, hang on a second. You don't want to be rude. And I actually bit. I bit. What he really meant is, actually, no, I don't want to block him, and I'm just going to use that as my bullshit excuse. That's exactly what he was actually on about. Full of shit. Right? Like, it's understandable why people block other people on social media. Totally understandable. So, guys, don't feel bad. Like, if you genuinely feel bad and you genuinely think it's rude, okay, well, I'm here to tell you, it ain't fucking rude. And anyway, it's none of their business. Like, if that person blocked you, it's none of your business, right? So block whoever you want. Fuck them. I think just most of the time that people genuinely use that as an excuse to keep an eye on them on social media. Like, why would you want them to be checking you out? Like, if you dump someone, do you really want them seeing what you're up to? You clearly don't want to be around them again. So why would you not unblock them? I don't get it. Right? And you probably, like, if you were the one that dumped the person and you felt bad because you dumped them, like, do you really want them seeing that you're out on a night out or you've met another girl or guy, and because you don't want to be the asshole, right? So it's not a good thing, guys. And by the way, I've got some information on it for this one. Some of you might not know this. If you have an iPhone, the Find My app can be very, very lethal. I remember my ex-girlfriend, actually from 5 years ago, actually got into my phone, turned on my location on my phone, and she was able to track exactly where I was at every moment. And it was mad because I remember I was at home on a Friday night. She didn't want to do anything that night. So I was at home drinking a few beers. And all of a sudden she just arrives up on the scene, arrives up on the doorstep. And she did it 2 times in a row. 2 Fridays in a row. And I'm like, how the fuck did she know I was here? Like, and I was even saying to myself, well, Jesus, like, she knows I like to go out, but really? Not even text me before to see if I'm at home? And I knew what she was doing. She was trying to see if I was up to no good. Even though she was up to no good. She was fucking around behind my back, not me. But she had my location turned on my phone. And I remember we broke up. So, like, there was 2 Fridays in a row. She just arrives up on the doorstep with, and this was even worse. She arrives up with bottles of wine. So, like, she brought drink with her. She knew I was at fucking home. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Jeez, why didn't she text me? And why did she bring up drink? What if it was out? How did she know I was at home? Now, it still didn't dawn on me. Right? So, called Find My. Okay, guys, so if you've never seen that on your phone, Find My. That's where you can turn on your location. Even worse, share your location with other people. Now, look, hey, I get it. If you're married or you got kids or, I understand that. Of course. But people can use it for the dark side. Not good. So I remember so she comes up 2 Fridays in a row. Again, the second Friday with bottles of wine. And I'm like, whoa, dude, what the hell's... Okay, does she just literally assume I'm just sitting at home crying over her or something, that she doesn't want to meet up? So anyway, what happens? A couple of weeks later, we broke up. And I was just thinking about, God, yeah, like, at the end of that relationship, she actually thought I was just sitting at home crying over her. And I went, hang on a second. And I just remembered she asked me for my phone one day. I can't even remember now the reason why she wanted my phone. But I gave it to her anyway. And she turned it on. She turned on my location. Like, what a paranoid freak. Jesus. And, well, she was a paranoid freak because she was actually cheating up behind my back. So obviously it was real and it could be very, very true. And there's a good chance that Peter could be doing it because she's doing it. That's what she's thinking. So anyway, paranoid freak girl. So guys, yeah, when I looked in, I went, hang on a second. I have that location thing on my phone. And I went in, no. I'm even taking out my phone. I remember going, as I'm, putting in the passcode and everything, I'm like, no, hardly. She wouldn't do this. And all of a sudden, what do I see? Sharing my location with her. Her fucking email is in the Find My. She obviously added in her email, shared it to herself, accepted it, and then she was tracking my every movement. And then it was weird because I turned it off instantly, and within 5 minutes, I got a phone call from her. 5 minutes, guys. Like, she must have been obsessed trying to locate where I was all the time. It was unbelievable. So, guys, check it out on your iPhone, called Find My, where you can share your location, you can turn off your location, you can email people to add in to see. There's an advantage to it, of course. Like if you've got a wife or kids, or, you know what I mean? And if you agree to share your location, well, then that's okay. But check it out, guys. But look, if you're going to go on social media, guys, back to the social media part, if you're going to be checking out where your ex is, it's a slippy slope, and I get it. I was there before. Now, I know I was talking about the block my ex. I unblocked one or two exes back in the day, right? And I checked it out, and then I blocked them again. But it's just a bad itch, guys. All you're doing is you're itching. You're fucking trying to get over it, and then what are you doing? You're back checking them out again. It's a bad environment. And even worse, it's so easy to check people out. And it starts to fuck with your head too, because all of a sudden you go on, let's say, whatever, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and you're checking them out, and if they haven't posted anything, then you're thinking, oh, what are they up to? Now they're really up to something. And then if you actually check out their profile and they've put up stuff, then you're like, oh, the dirty fucking bastard, the dirty bitch. Like, either way, you can't win. It fucks with your head all the time. It's nuts, guys. Honestly, it's nuts. And just, most importantly, be self-aware. Don't lie to yourself saying, oh, I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to look like an asshole, me blocking them. That's a load of bollocks. You're just trying to convince yourself not to block them so then you can check them out. Do you know what I mean? And hey, if they end up blocking you, if you get into this situation, guys, where you're about to block them, but they've blocked you first, don't worry about it. Who cares? In fact, that's even better because you now can't unblock them and then block them again. Right? Like, you've zero control over it. It's even better. Always look at the good plus. And, guys, give it a couple of weeks. It'll wear off. Honestly, I've been there, done that. It's like, you really want to check it out and you really want to itch it. It's like having a fag. Oh, I really want a cigarette. But give it a half an hour and you'll relax. I think what it is, guys, it's just such easy fucking access. So technology can be great, but it also can be a fucking pain in the ass. And honestly, guys, I would just don't be checking up your ex online. It's not a good one. It really isn't. Oh, you're asking for trouble. And let's be honest, a lot of people put up their usual bullshit. Oh, look how wonderful my life is. Really? Do we really have to be going around on social media saying how brilliant our lives are when actually it's anything but? If your life is really good, you don't have to feel the need to go up on social media and say how wonderful it is and I'm so happy, this and that. I mean, unless it's a real accomplishment that you've achieved, understandable. But don't pay any attention to the people online, guys. Please. Especially your exes. And I know it can hurt. It can sting. I totally get it. And you can buy into it. And hey, fuck it, I've been there too. But you do. The more times you go through this, the easier it gets. So, yeah, guys, checking it up is a bad thing. And make sure, before we go, make sure if you've got an iPhone, check out your Find My. And if you've left your phone lying around, or your girlfriend or husband or boyfriend or wife, whatever it is, if they've got access to your phone without you knowing, check out your Find My. Make sure that they haven't shared your location, because if they do, oh dear God, run like fuck. Unless it's an actual prearranged, hey honey, will we just share our phone locations? Hey, that's cool. But if this is a sneaky, oh dear God, run. They're a psycho. Absolute psycho. And there's a good chance they're probably cheating on you. I'm sorry to say that, guys. Because why would you want to be checking up? Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.